Gordon in the air chair. How are you? Greetings to the family already. Yay! Greetings, greetings, greetings. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is the first one for December. It is a special Saturday. The first Saturday in December, December 5, December 5th. I had a wonderful day today. What an interesting week we have had. We have so much to talk about. So much. I have a packed program for you this evening. I have a guest that's going to be joining us from across the waters. So I want to say the pond, as they would say. So I want to say greetings to Paulette Harris-Graham, who will be joining us at 7 p.m. our time. She is staying up late tonight. And the family over there, Dawn and Jidge in the UK, we know you're staying up late for tonight's show. So we know it's late there, like 11 p.m. right now or something like that. So greetings, greetings. I see Kenny P in the chat room. Greetings, Kenny P, down in Florida. I see Esberg, Texas in the house. Yes. PIRG is logged in, signed on, says enjoying the music. Just learned about CPR today and sure enjoying the music. Well, PIRG, welcome, and we're glad you're here. The music streams whenever we're not live, so greetings to you and thanks for being here. I'm Sharon Gordon, host of Reggae Calling. Hey, Sharon. Is Sexy Max there? Yes, I think Sexy Max says front row seat. I see her. Sexy Max, yay, yay. So folks are coming in. So, what a week. What a week. Today was a good day. I met with some alpha old girls. Y'all know I went to Alpha Academy. Met with some alpha old girls today, and that was sweet. We just had a nice time. Hey, Pat, yay, that's Pat from Alpha. Now, Pat graduated 1963 and don't look a day older than me. And I was born in 62. Go figure. Sister got it going on. Me and her gonna have to talk because I want all them secrets, okay? All of them. She reminded me of Mommy and Dai, Brother Carlisle. Just tiny and whingy so. And just sheer play and nice and just well... Yes, Pat, I was checking you out. I love to give compliments to my peeps. Yes, Pat, you're welcome, welcome, welcome to CPR. This is what we do on a Saturday evening. We hang out and we say it's good music, great vibes, and you. Yes, yes, get it, Miss G, and share it. Yes, yes, yes. So we're going to start off, as always, with a D Brown, a Gregory, and a Sugar. And because I met with, my alpha girls today, and because I'm feeling so good, this is what I want to play this evening to get us started in the program. PIRG says, thank you so much. Getting ready for 70. You are all so beautiful. Oh, greetings, Brother C. Thank you, PIRG. You are, sis, we got to talk, okay? Because, honey,
can never be friends.
For you,
oh, no.
on a Saturday afternoon. Greetings to the family.
No.
Reggae Calling in full effect. Hey, Andrea Shaw.
With love and not hatred. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of my life. Envy no one, no wish to be with no evil man. For there'll come the day when you'll be whipped by the feathers and leave up huge children. Oh yeah. Past the children, yeah. My head is anointed and my cup runneth over, yeah. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of my life.
Big up Sexy Max, congrats for you, my sister.
Yeah.
Oh yes, great grandmother today. Big up yourself, sis. Oh yes.
Yeah. Right.
message in the music, always. Oh yeah. Sexy Max today becoming a great grandmother,
My head is anointed,
and her head is anointed.
my cup runneth over.
Yes, it does. Ah,
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of my
welcome, PIRG. Welcome.
yeah.
Yes, you in trouble
Oh
now.
yeah, oh yeah. All right, here I come with love and not hatred. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of our life. Envy no one, no wish to be with no evil man. For there'll come the day when you'll be whipped by the Father's hand. Liverpool children, oh yeah, Liverpool children. Yeah. My head is anointed and my cup runneth over. Yeah. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of our life.
Absolutely right, Sexy Max. That's him. Leroy Sibbles was a house bass player at Studio One, right, Brother C? Yeah, though that's a little bit of history for you right there. You know, Sexy Max don't take her easy, you know. She knew her things. Once again, greetings and welcome to another edition of Reggae Calling. My name is Sharon Gordon. It is December 5th. Today is a special day because we're all here. We made it. We are here. And so we give thanks. And so even in giving thanks, we play music and enjoy ourselves. And the music is a prayer. And you hear what Dennis is saying so clearly because he repeats it. And that's the thing about what we do with reggae music. You know, you can't miss it because the message, because we tend to have a lot of repetition. And even in speaking, we repeat. It's part of the vibration, the rhythm that we operate with. Um, that's just how it is. I want to say welcome back to New York, Liz. Hope you're well. I know you're working hard today. There was the seminar with what's our district attorney's name? Kenneth Thompson had another one of those seminars today where they would you call it? It's a workshop where you can go in if you have misdemeanors, and they will clear them up right there on the spot. They clear them up. You go in with these kind of trifling tickets that these cops write you up for. He's been doing that, just clearing the rolls of the courts. So backed up with these silly tickets and summonses that they give to folks. So he has been doing these what we would call them, these workshops at churches, various churches. And he's been doing a lot of them. This is about the fifth one. And, you know, Liz works with the DA's office, and so they're all part of that apparatus that comes out and helps to make sure that those of us who have these trifling, outstanding warrants and what have you, we get a chance to clear them up. And so that's what was happening today. Today is also another special day. It's Omar's dad's birthday. Today would have been Serge Peshina's birthday. And may his soul continue to rest in peace, Serge. Happy birthday. I know that it's Nelson Mandela's birthday too, I believe. And Rhythm Queen has just logged in. Greetings, Rhythm Queen, to you and the family. A couple of birthdays today. Ken Bob's birthday as well. It's Tasha's birthday. Tasha, if you're listening, happy birthday. So, you know, yes, Sexy Max says we have lost a young artist by the name of Lady Capri. I heard about that. That was very sad. Was driving, I heard, and car lost control of the car and it hit the wall. Apparently suffered some head injuries and you know. In the midst of life we're in death. Since we're there and I have the Gregory lined up, I was at a funeral last night for Paulette Meredy. Paulette Meredy, you may know, is the woman who she founded the Future Grads organization. You know, that was her organization, and that organization helped young people, children of those who are incarcerated and those who are deported. And she had been doing some good work. She would always, around this time, be doing the backpack, where they pack these backpacks and get them off. She died, we lost her on November 12th. Apparently, she discovered she had ovarian cancer in April of this year. And by November, we're saying rest in peace. So it's why we have to be here and celebrate when we can. And it's that, you know, in the midst of life, we have it. And so we give thanks. In everything we give thanks. In everything we give thanks. We saw what happened this week in California, in San Bernardino, 10 minutes from my girlfriend's place. I want to say greetings to Georgette and the family over there in San Bernardino. It's just, you know. But I know that a lot of Muslim folks are kind of feeling this way right about now. You know? That they're just spreading a lot of rumors, eh? What do you think?
Rumors and spreading, claim that I sense in me planting, but I'm an addy-dandy, naddy juggling, I feel rumors of war.
Substitute sense for like ammunition and them things. Yeah.
You don't know me and you don't understand. You see me flashing a Chris Rain time. So you take that me a criminal. Rumors that spreading, claim that I sense in me planting, but I'm an addy-dandy, naddy juggling, I feel rumors of war. Rumors of war. I keep attention to nice up the place. Me buy no liquor and red off them face. Make man and man have money to spend, and all the youth them know me and them friends. Rumors them spreading, claim that I sense in me planting, but I'm an addy-dandy, naddy juggling, I feel rumors of war. Rumors of war. Don't matter what kind of jewel me wear, caught me pants seat no have no tear. Shoe scars a few hundred a pair, and me have money all through the year. I rumors them spreading, claim that I sense in me planting, but I'm an addy-dandy, naddy juggling, I feel rumors of war. Rumors of war. Rumors and rumors and rumors and rumors. All night a propaganda. Rumors of war. Lord, can't stop it. No way. A rumors them spreading, claim that I sense in me planting, but I'm an addy-dandy, naddy juggling, I feel rumors of war. Rumors of war. Police officer, let go me hand. You don't know me and you don't understand. You see me flashing a Chris Rain time, so you claim that me a criminal. Rumors that spreading, claim that I sense in me planting, but I'm an addy-dandy, naddy juggling, I feel rumors of war. Rumors of war. Keep attention to nice of the place. Buy no liquor and red off them face. Make man and man have money to spend, and all the youth them know me and them friend. A rumors that spread, claim that I sense in me planting, but I'm an addy-dandy, naddy juggling. Rumors of war. I feel rumors of war. Rumors that spreading, sense in me planting.
sweet rhythm, man. Right? Just sweet. Da, 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 da. Yeah. A whole lot of rumors. Y'all been paying attention to what's been happening though, family? I know you have been. I know you have been. You checking it out? There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. 355 mass shootings. And there are 365 days in the year. So that would mean we've had, and we still have, today's the 5th of December, and we have how many more days? 20 something more days. The world is in trouble, right? So we have to be paying close attention. Really, really, really be paying close attention. And just making sure that we're sorted. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Okay, so people talk about, you must forgive and forget and all that. All right, I get that. But they're saying, you must set your business straight. I was at the funeral service last night and tell you, set your business straight, But can I ask you all a question? Do you have some people that you don't want to set it straight with? You don't have a business with them, you just don't deal with them and you don't want to deal with them. Do you have to set it straight with those people too? You know what I'm saying? There are some people you and them that in a nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Help me understand this. And you just so you're supposed to set it straight with them too, or how to set it straight thing go? I want to understand it. And I'm legitimately asking this question, sincerely. All right, in the chat room. Listen, it's everywhere, Max. But can I tell you something? I was reading an article from Australia where there is, and I don't have the actual, I'll try to see if I can pull it up. Don't have the name of the individual. I think he was the former Deputy Prime Minister of Australia. He says that there should be travel advisory to the United States in light of all of these mass shootings, that there should be a travel advisory to the United States. Since the United States was quick to put out travel advisories on other sovereign nations undergoing, conflict and what have you, he felt that, there should be a travel advisory. I see some answers coming up in the chat room. Hold on a second. I'm coming to you. I'm trying to multitask. And I'm going to get his name. Even if I can find the article, I'm going to look for the article and see if I can find it for you. Right? But, hold on. Let me get something sorted out and then let me see what you're saying to me in the chat room. So in the chat room, Miss G would just have to love them from a distance. Let me see. We just have to love them from a distance. Do not hate them, but make them stay over there while I stay over here. Okay. Sexy Max says, treat them with that was S. Burke, Sharon Burke saying that. Sexy Max says, treat them with a long handled spoon. Still hold love for them. Okay. Pat says, yes, for sure we did. Setting it straight, setting boundaries. Love, but do not like. Aha! In total agreement with him. Says, yeah, Brab's the guy in Australia, right? Yeah, he said there should be a travel advisory. Thank you all for those comments. The sisters all commented. None of the brothers commented. Did you notice that? Interesting. But Rhythm Queen, majority of I would say, no, 100% of the comments were from the sisters. Still warming up inside of the place. Oh, brother C.
Babylon, I put on the pressure. Oh, yes. Oh,
Reggae Calling on a Saturday evening. Sounds of Sugar Man Nuts.
Oh yes, all time pressure.
Turn up them speakers.
On this land. On this land. Some can't take it, but they can't leave it, leave it. Some are forced to stay under it. Oh yes, you got to keep on slaving in a Babylon. You got to keep on slaving. Oh yes, in a Babylon. Rasta man, don't you give it up, give it up. Just keep on praising Jah and lick your yum. Oh yes, you got to keep on stepping out of Babylon. One more time, step it. Keep on stepping out of Babylon. Everybody got to keep on working on. Everybody got to keep on slaving right now, 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 now. Keep on slaving in a Babylon. All time pressure, you just keep on slaving in a Babylon. Watch this, watch this. All time pressure in a Babylon. All time pressure in a Babylon. All time pressure in a Babylon. All time pressure in a Babylon.
Here we go.
Don't roll your hand or make a fashion. Babylon, I put on the pressure.
Oh yeah, sing out.
All time pressure.
Watch a man. Say that me stand the pressure in a Babylon. Say that me can't stand the pressure in a Babylon. Say that a Babylon I put on the pressure man. And me say Babylon I put on the pressure man. But say that if there's a will, say there must be a way. Get down and go we live the goddamn day. Say you know prior to the devil, so me say can't stand the pressure in a Babylon. Cause me say Babylon I put on the pressure man. Me say the pressure man. Me say the pressure man. Me say the pressure man. Babylon a go like they make out a iron. Can't stand the pressure in a Babylon. Say that I on my way to Westmoreland. Me sight a madman in a garbage stand. Say that a sufferation in a Babylon.
On slaving. Oh yes, in a Babylon.
Yeah. Say that sufferation in a Babylon. That is a sufferation in a Babylon. As if we pass up the food, make the food go round. And that will help to trample crime to the ground. Say me can't stand the pressure in a Babylon. Say that me can't stand the pressure in a Babylon. Babylon a girl and they make put the higher. Liar! I rise the lion. Alright. Damn right. Damn right. Bodo sono lead the wicked all day. Bodo sono lead the wicked every day. Say me can't stand the pressure no more. See the guy me can't stand the pressure no more. So me say that if there's a will, say there must be a way. If you get down on what we live in a Babylon. Can't stand the pressure in a Babylon. No, 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 no way. No, 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 no way. Yeah. Pressure there, man. I saw me say you better turn round your hand, make we make a fashion. Things ration. Till I say we can't stand the pressure in a Babylon. Babylon a gone and they make out a higher. Can't stand the pressure in a Babylon. Say things ration. Me say fi turn round your hand, make we make a fashion. This a separation, no more generation. Can't stand the pressure in a Babylon. Mothers gonna lead the way, cause everything we say Babylon.
This program is made possible by the generous support of viewers, members of the Coalition to Preserve Reggae Music, partnerships with progressive organizations, and sponsorship from socially responsible businesses. CPR Live proudly acknowledges the support of the following.
This is Sugar representing for the superwoman Audrey Thomas. And I'm here to tell you that Audrey Thomas is a super lawyer, superwoman, super everything. So call her at 877-LAW-NERD. That's 877-529-6373. That's Audrey Thomas, 877-529-6373.
After a long day of aches and pains, let fountain pimento oil soothe your pain away. It can be used on almost anything: shoulders, arms, legs, your whole body. Just heat it and rub the pain away. Made in Jamaica, bottled in Brooklyn, let fountain pimento oil be your little medicine cabinet in a bottle. Call and order today, 866-223-2414.
This is a story about the music and the way we were back in the 70s and 80s. We were the rebel generation.
My back is against the wall. Try to tell me, we cannot get me to follow. My head is higher, I'm going to stand tall. No matter how they try to keep me down, me not fall.
To me, Lovers Rock is the ingredients that's been put in by we here in the UK. This is our contribution to the recipe of reggae.
It's a music, right, that speaks to the heart, the soul, and the mind. It's a language. It's a way of life. It's a culture.
I just love the way it makes me feel. I relax and nothing matters. It just makes me feel good, you know?
And let's face it, when you hear it, you say, oh, wait a minute.
If I could give the world to you.
We were the first generation from the Caribbean who had gone to school here. So it was about making a mark in a way.
At the time, the streets weren't safe.
We were experiencing a lot of racism. Our parents really didn't understand the system and what was going on. So Lovers Rock was like an escape for us.
It was almost like a kind of coping mechanism. You'd wait for that to come on.
Even the wickedest man with the biggest car, murderer, when he marry lovers, he might look a girl for dance with too.
It was quite scary because that dance is quite an intimate dance.
I remember I didn't move much. I was held up against the wall. I ain't gonna tell you what happened, but I did jerk a lot uncontrollably against that wall. Something happened.
But you know when you actually go down like this, you go all the way down and you're feeling good about yourself because you've made it, your legs haven't knocked together, and then I look up and I realise that she hasn't come down with me. She's looking down at me like, what are you doing, you idiot?
We were creating something distinctively British, right? And we were hoping one day to be as big as any other genre.
A lot of people were coming from Jamaica to be a part of the English industry and seeing Dennis Brown, your Gregory Isaacs, your Freddie McGregor.
By the 70s, when I was growing up as first generation Jamaican, we had kids at school, white kids at school, that was as familiar with reggae as we were because their parents were into ska.
My mum really loved Lovers Rock, and that's kind of what sucked me into the genre.
Can't make up my mind.
the moment there's a resurgence of Lovers Rock, and there's actually younger performers getting into it. A lot of Japanese Lovers Rock artists. Australia, New Zealand. So it's taken hold globally.
So that I just can't lose. Girl, I'm on my way.
Ed. 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 What? You're not actually moving.
I know. She is.
Oh.
With this music, we created our own unique genre that became known as Lovers Rock.
Okay, people, this is Lovers Rock.
Now, that's happening. Lovers Rock is going to be... Are you hearing me? Am I speaking in the right mic? Hello? Okay. Sorry, guys. So that's Lovers Rock. And that, if you're going to be in New York on Thursday and you have some time, you want to come on down to the Black British program that's happening there all day on Thursday. And the first screening is going to be of Lovers Rock, with Lovers Rock at 1 p.m. on Thursday, December 10th in Chelsea, the Bowtie Cinema in Chelsea, 260 West 23rd Street in New York, 1 p.m. It's an all-day affair. They screen that at 1. Then at 3:15, it's Honey Trap. And then after that, there is at 5:30, no, 7:30. Am I missing something? Let the Music Talk at 5:30. And then at 7:30, the screening of Second Coming. Now, this is an all-day event that we're going to be talking about with Paulette Harris-Graham. She is going to be speaking with us at 7 p.m. So stay locked here on Reggae Calling. She's coming over. She's hosting this. She's an actor, producer, you name it. You believe me. She's all that. And it's just a day of film screenings and discussions focusing on the Black British experience. I think it's going to be awesome. So for folks who have friends who are British and love this kind of stuff, post it on their page. Grab it off my page. And Paulette, if you're listening, you feel free to go throw the link up on my page as well, or on the CPR page, and folks will share it. Paulette will be speaking with us at 7 p.m. our time, 11 p.m. London time. So we just gave you a little taste of what, and I'm going to play it again. Yes, I'm going to play it again. Yes, you know how we do. I just had to tease you guys. I'm going to play the trailer again later on when we're talking to Paulette. And inside the female focus, I'm going to focus on some of the female Lovers Rock artists. You know, we have the Women in Reggae event coming up on April 23rd, 2016. Oh, you didn't know? Mark your calendar right now. Okay. Okay. Get your phones, pen and paper, whatever you need to do. Folks listening in Jamaica, Andrea, yes, you and the family can come to Women in Reggae. It's the International Women of Reggae, IWOR, and that's April 23rd, 2016, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., Brooklyn College. Okay? Got that? April 23rd, 2016. Already have it locked. Sharon Burke was here last year. She'll tell you how great it was. This is not missing her ever. She was here last year with her friends, brought a bunch of people, came in from Texas. Kenny P, we hope you can come up for that. Pat, I hope you and the entire Alpha family will be in there. It's a big fundraising event that we do, so we'll talk more about that. But I'm going to play a couple of the female artists who were known Lovers Rock, sensation, and I'll have Paulette kind of channel him. Kenny P says he's trying. Kenny, and that's all I can ask you to do. Keep trying. If you start now, Kenny, look where we at now. Call yourself December, January, February, March, April. You can do it, my brother. I know you can. All right. So that's happening. Greetings to Radio Raheem, who just joined us in the chat room. Who just joined us. Kenny, if you book the ticket from now, it's the cheapest you're going to get it. Trust me. Do it way out. This is how you do it. So I have something to play for you, which is from, and if you want to find out more about the whole Black British program, go to nyadiff.org. Apple D David I FF Frank.org. Okay, and just look for the Black British program, and you see all the information there. But Paulette is going to be on, and she's going to be talking more about that. But what I'm going to do now is to play for you some music from across the pond, and I'm going to try to get as much lovers rock in as I can to prepare you for the screening this Thursday. Now, Sugar Minor, this was a big hit for Sugar, and he did well in London.
She does something to my chemistry.
Of course, it's a remake.
And when I'm close, I'm sure she raised my temperature by 3 degrees. Every day, in every wish she makes, my mother curse. And I reciprocate my love, I dedicate to loving her. For we've got a good thing going, a real good thing going, yes, that girl and me. And I don't have to ask, I know that it's gonna last eternally. Understanding, we're never hand in hand, the alibi. For you know what you do, where you've been, so what's the use in telling lies? For we've got a good thing going, a real good thing going, yes, that girl and me. We've got it good, so let's get it on, let's get it on, let's get it on, So we've got a good thing going, a real good thing going, yes, that girl and me. And I don't have to rest, I know that it's gonna last eternally. Yeah, baby, we've got it. We've got it good. We've got it good. So let's get it on. So we've got a good thing going, a real good thing.
Jackson 5. I mean, that was the big tune, and when that came out, it just shot to the top of the charts, top of the pop, as they would say in the good old UK. And I mean, when I say a big tune, I mean a big tune, big, huge. That tune was so big. Sharon Burke, I know you can, and Sexy Max and Kenny P and Brother C, you are, well, Pat might know too. I mean, the song, you would think it was his original tune. That's how big this tune became. You remember that, Brother C? It was so huge that for a moment you forgot that it was Michael Jackson's tune, and you just knew that it was Sugar Minot's tune. That's how big this tune became. It was just amazing, absolutely amazing. So getting back inside some of the Lovers Rock now. Lovers Rock became, you would say, the English standard, you know, and I'm going to wait for Paulette to come and talk to us, but you just knew that once, okay, Sharon Burke says in the chat room, he owned it. And that's exactly what he did. This track was such a big track. I mean, everybody was singing this. It just, you know, he had a different season and flavor to the tune. I love my girls. He added a little flavor and a little seasoning to the thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, he really did. And when he did that tune, you had, it was at a time when reggae was really, and reggae, when I say reggae, I mean roots rock reggae was really holding its own. And so Lovers Rock was really just blossoming and taking its own shape and form, you know, and really became this sound that when the Lovers Rock come on, that's when the lovers got together in the dance. You know, that's when everybody started for hug up, and squeeze up, and mushy, and, you know, you know, the rubber dub in the corner. We all did it. Come on now, don't even lie. We all rented a tile. Let's press up in the chat room. We all rent a tile, and when we rent a tile, we were not leaving the tile until the Lovers Rock session done, and everybody wet and sweaty, and you have to take a break. All the guys gone to the bathroom, all the girls gone to the bathroom. Woo! Am I lying? Talking about adding a different flavor, different seasoning. When D-Brown did this,
Oh, I wake up in the morning with my hair down in my eyes, and she says and then I stumble to the breakfast table while the kids were going off to school. Goodbye. She reaches out and takes my hand, squeezes it and says, how you feeling now? And then I look across her smiling lips that warms my heart and see my morning sun. And if that's not loving me, then all I've got to say, oh God, it made a little bit apples, it don't rain, it apples in the summertime. There's no such thing as mother's shoes, Disneyland and Mother Goose, ain't no nursery rhyme. Charge it made a little bit apples, it don't rain, it apples in the summertime. No. When myself is feeling low, I think about the face of glow that he is my divine. And sometimes I call her up at home, knowing she's so busy. Ask her to get away, bring me some back of my to me. She drives such thing as my pursuits. Disneyland in my other blues, and don't mess right. Johnny made the little green apples, it don't rain. Indianapolis in the winter time. Oh no, when the myself is feeling low, I think about the place of flow that is my mind. Oh, I wake up in the morning with my hair down in my eyes, and she says I do. And then I stumble to the breakfast table while the kids were going off to school. Goodbye.
Sweet, 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 sweet. Sure. See it now?
And all I've got to say, oh God, it made Indianapolis, it don't rain, Indianapolis in the summertime.
This is when the dance get nice snow. Right, Kenny P. Sir Rhythm. Greetings, Lady Paulette K from the UK. Greetings, Kenny P. This is when the dance gets sweet now. And this is where you start bubble now, Kenny P. And you start just bubble. Yeah. You just, you know what I mean? Woo! It's why we love this music. It's why we play this music. It soothes the soul.
Ask her to get away. Bring me some back of my
Reggae music, we say the soundtrack to the liberation struggle. The gift that keeps on giving and giving and giving. And when we speak with Paulette from across the pond, greetings to Tasha, greetings. When we speak with Paulette, she will share with us about that, the impact of this music in the UK and Europe and places far flung. You feel what happens to you when you hear the drum and bass. And when the vocals just sit on top of the rhythm or caress the rhythm. Nothing is sweeter than that. We are the coalition to preserve reggae music. It's a minute before 7. A minute before the female focus. And we are keeping our fingers crossed that all will go well with our connection tonight from across the pond. We are looking forward to speaking with Paulette, Lady P, the Queen. She makes her way to New York this week to host an entire day of British programming. A little Eartha Kitt. That's a private joke for those who are in the chat room. Those who are listening and not see what's going on in the chat room, you wouldn't get what that is right there. You know, Max, different people come into this body, so you don't know who's coming out right now. So So yeah, Paulette will make her way here this week to host the event that I told you about on Thursday. So she'll be calling in via Skype shortly as we line up now. For those of you who are new to the program, at 7 each week we do something called the Female Focus. And our theme song for the Female Focus is the Queen herself, Itana. Greetings, Tasia. Tasia is Pat's niece from Atlanta. Greetings, Tasia, and welcome. Give us a second when you hear the Skype call coming in. We just have to get it in and settle. So don't get discombobulated if we, get a little fuzzy. Andrea Shaw and the family listening in Jamaica, thank you for having us. And here is the Skype. Here we go.
It's dangerous. Oh, I am the queen of the concrete jungle. Lying on the scene. It's dangerous. Oh, they were underestimating their rating. They were on the other side.
Are you hearing me, sis? You're hearing me? All right, hold on. Hold on.
I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I can hear you. Yes, Sharon.
Throw up the picture. All right. So we're going to work it this way for now, Paulette, until such time.
Okay.
All right. So because this is better for now, right? We'll do this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. So because this is better for now. Hold on. Are you guys hearing? Hold on. Family. Paulette, I know what's going on. Paulette, turn down your computer. That's what's distorting the sound. Turn down your computer, Paulette, your audio. Can you put in a headset or something?
Right, okay.
Yeah, that way it's not distorted, right?
And I won't be able to hear you, Sharon.
If you put it, you don't have a headset? No?
That way it's not distorted, right?
Ooh.
If you put it, you don't have a headset? Yeah, I can get that.
Put in your headset. Put in the headset so it doesn't. Family, we appreciate Paulette. She's calling in from London. You know how it is. We'll work with this. We'll work with that. She's gonna get the headset so it's not distorted. Okay. Just bear with us. Hey, and more greetings, and more. Thank you for that lovely promo that you did for us. Okay, hold on. As soon as Paulette puts in her headset, we're gonna. Paulette, you hearing me now?
I'm hearing you
And you can
clearly.
speak. And for family, hit me up in the chat room now. Everything should be perfect now. I'm hearing her great. You guys should be hearing her great. Speak, Paulette.
Hi, good evening. Oh, no, yeah, good evening for you. Good morning for me.
So we got it. What it is there is a we have a brief delay, Paulette, but it's okay. We are professionals, both of us, and we're gonna get through this. All right,
Definitely.
everybody's giving us. So what? Tell us, Paulette, first of all, how do you do all that you do? Can you just tell? Welcome to. Wait, no, stop. Scritch. I'm so excited. Let me just stop. Let me rewind. Greetings, family. Help me welcome to the Female Focus our guest this evening. Her name is Paulette Harris-Graham. She is actress, actor, producer, event coordinator, compare, which is an MC. She is everything and everything you can think of. Creative soul, creative genius. She is on her way here to the New York area to host an entire day of screening of British film, and there will be Q&As, question and answers, discussions and everything about that, and she's the one coming to host that. Welcome to the Female Focus, Paulette. Welcome to the Female Focus. Welcome.
Thank you, Sharon. It's my absolute pleasure.
So tell us, where do we find you first? Do we find you first at filmmaker, at producer, at actor? Where do we find you first? Reggae lover? Where do we find you first?
Oh, wow. Okay. Right. What I'm going to say to you, Sharon, is everything you say, I'm hearing it twice.
Uh-oh.
So,
Go ahead. I don't know. Oh, wait, why is she hearing us twice? We don't know why. We're not hearing you. It's going out clearly on our end. So it could be, we're going to work on it. Just bear with us. Keep talking. Because it's going out clear. And so go ahead. Just talk.
Yeah. Yeah, so where do you find me? Wow, whatever God's given me to do in any given moment. So you know how it is, Sharon. You take what work comes in at any given time.
Well, guess what? Can I tell you what folks in the chat room are saying? They're
What they
saying
say?
she's another you. She might listen. Because in honesty, when I read your information, I am dying. But listen, someone in the chat room is saying, check if you have two browsers open. You might have me open twice. She says, one of my yes, and that happens sometimes. Yes. Yeah.
That is
Listen, what I love about this interactive audience, Paulette, I'll keep talking while you check that, is this audience, it is not one time when we were on radio and we have to wait for somebody to call us in. This is instant. Folks are telling me right away what's going on, what's working, what's not working, because it's right there. It's right there. And I love that we have this kind of immediate reaction and feedback. Are you good now?
I think so. I'm still getting it twice, so I'm going to keep looking.
Yeah, keep looking. You might have it open twice. Greetings to Sydney coming on. So just keep looking and talking while we're talking. You know how we know how to do this.
Oh, yeah.
So in the meantime, I have your beautiful fancy picture up with your turquoise, looking as fabulous as ever. So, you know, who is Paulette? Who is Paulette?
Wow, Paulette is her mother's daughter, is what I would say to you, darling. I've sorted it out. I've got you once now,
See
Sharon,
there,
so-
yay. Mm-hmm.
Sorted.
Good. So go with it now. Tell us who Paulette is. Your mom's daughter.
I am my mother's daughter, and I guess my father's too. So yeah, I've been living, involved with the arts for, gosh, roughly around 40 years in different capacities.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've worked in film, I've done a little bit of stand-up comedy, I've worked in carnival arts, I've produced and acted in 4 different feature films, done short films, I host live events. I'm a mother to 2 grown sons.
Wow. You don't even look a day past 16.
One's trying. Oh dear.
You are dynamic. Tell us a little bit about the family that is yours. Are they originally from the Caribbean, Jamaica? What is your history? What is your
My
family's history?
heritage is Jamaican from St. Anne's.
Well, family, do we need to say anything else? Go ahead. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
And also, I've got some affiliation as well with Clarendon as well.
Wow. We definitely related because that's where my father's people are from. And just so you know, in the chat room, folks are indeed saying, sound like you, Sharon. I swear to God. When I read it, I said, I thought I was the only mad woman that did everything that God lends a breath to. But like you said, we do what we have to do when we need to do it with what we have, you know?
Absolutely.
And you really struck me as this very innovative person. Now you're telling me your roots is St. Anne and Clarendon. Hey,
yes.
I'm seeing it more. So you are first generation English born, I take it.
Yes, I am.
So you came of age during that period that we're talking about, that the film talks about, that your work, I see that. Talk to us about that a little bit. Help us on this side of the pond understand that.
So basically, Lovers Rock came up from a generation, or as we already know, the firstborn Caribbean generation born in the UK. And started roughly in the late 60s with individuals like Paul Dawkins, and then more or less exploded when, from my opinion anyway, like Janet Kay came through, Carol Thompson, Paulette Harris-Graham, 15, 16, 17, where as we became young adults moving into our adolescence, things on the street here were really challenging.
Right.
Can imagine we're living Jamaican lives in our homes, but outside the home we were trying to assimilate into a Western environment that didn't understand us, and our parents didn't understand the Western way of living.
Absolutely. So you became that buffer. You were the buffer zone. The liaison as well.
So what we found is, you can imagine it was a very difficult time here during that period, politically, socially. There was a lot of racism, and and as you coming from Jamaica, Sharon, you're aware of tough love.
Yes,
so
it's what they gave us. It's what they gave us.
Tough love at home.
Yes.
So, as we got into our adolescence, we had the influence of Jamaican reggae that we were in at home, and then the influx of R&B that was coming from America.
Stateside, yes.
Right. So the young people kind of did what they would call nowadays a mashup of that.
Yes, a mashup.
A fusion. And out of that came Lovers Rock.
Yes.
So the women who were just, in the first blushes of love and, that kind of thing, and having their hearts broken for the first time, were, writing their feelings down, writing songs, and then getting opportunities to kind of share that with their friends and so forth. And then you had sound systems like Saxon and Sir Lloyd, who would then be playing those on the sound system. So you had like Tipper Irie, for instance, who was with Saxon.
Yes.
So they were kind of like holding up the male frontier of that. And then you had individuals like Gregory Isaacs and Sugar Minott and so forth, who kind of came over, and I believe Maxi Priest as well. And
Absolutely.
They heard this music, this new sound, and they kind of were enamored by it, and then started to take that on board themselves. But what we then find is as we grew into our adolescence and we were now creeping out at night and going to parties.
I was
And
just talking about that before you came on. Oh, come on, come with
you
it, come
know,
with it. We did it wherever we were. We did. It's what the music made you do.
you
Come with
know,
it, Paulette.
you'd find yourself in this lockdown
Oh, yes.
position in a corner somewhere.
Yes.
One of my favorite clubs during that time, don't tell my mum, was a club called Nations.
Okay.
And I make reference to it in the documentary, actually, in the story of Lovers Rock. Because Nations had 3 floors. And you had the top floor, you had the middle floor, and then you had the basement. And you can imagine the basement was the best place to be. It was pitch black. And you never ever knew who you were dancing with.
Oh, gosh. And who's dancing
But
next
the
to you?
dance would be sweet.
Sweet, 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 sweet. Sweating, sweating. Oh, gosh.
You know?
Oh, so what I'm hearing then is the coming of age. And I see in the chat room, and greetings, Mindful 13 and Sydney and everybody joining us in the chat room. I'm speaking with none other than the gem herself, Paulette Harris-Graham, who is on her way here to host on Thursday, the 10th of December, starting at 1 p.m. The first film to be screened will be The Story of Lovers Rock. It's
That's
an
correct.
entire day of screening and discussion about the Black British experience. Is that how you say it? Or you say the British? It's Black British, right? Is that how it
It's
goes?
Black British.
Okay.
That's one of the terms,
Right,
anyway.
the Black British experience. So if you are, in the tri-state area, come on down to the Bowtie Cinemas. It's 260 West 23rd Street. You can't miss it. It's centrally located. And what is the cost associated while we're doing this and making this pitch? Paulette, do you know the cost? I don't have it right in front of me.
Ooh, let me see.
If you don't, it's no big deal.
I know
They
the
can go to
tickets are
the.
through, is it brown paper bag
It's
tickets?
it's Eventbrite, I think, or brown paper bag. Right.
I think it's
Brown
paper
paper bag. Go on there, guys. It's nyadiff.org as well, and you'll see it there. But it's an entire day. Greetings and more greetings. It is an entire day, and I intend to be there. I'm gonna cover this because I think this is worthy. It's newsworthy, and folks need to know about we're in the diaspora. They're in London, the UK. We are here in the States. But do you hear? She's talking about what I just said that we were doing. Renting a tile, being in the basement. She didn't hear. This is what she's talking about. And that's what the story of Lovers Rock is about. Paulette, the story of Lovers Rock, was that your... Tell us, how did you come to be involved in the story, and tell us that story of the story of Lovers Rock.
That's actually a very long story.
Okay, give us the synopsis.
I'm going to have to give you the succinct version.
Yes.
So Menelik Shabazz, Menelik Shabazz is the director of the story of Lovers Rock.
Okay.
He is one of our leading black filmmakers in the UK.
Yes.
Some of your listeners may be familiar with his first feature film, which was called Burning an Illusion.
Yes.
Which he made around 34 years ago. And I actually worked for... Menelik ran a film festival called the BFM Film Festival, which ran for 7 years and has actually just come back this year.
Wow, congrats. Good.
And so we've been friends and associates for quite some time. I started doing my own film and cabaret night called Film and Cabaret on the Broadway during the time when he started making the story of Lovers Rock. So I invited him to come to one of my screening nights and to bring the trailer, which was part of the process that he was using to start finishing funds to complete the story of Lovers Rock. But in the meantime, I had already done some film training both in LA and here in the UK. So after the screening, after we screened the trailer and he spoke to the audience at my night, I approached him and I said, you know what, I'd love to work on the film. And he said, fine, if you'd like to do that, we'll see what we can do.
Right.
And I think he called me one Saturday and said, look, we're shooting Levi Roots tomorrow. Are you free to come down? I said, yeah, I can cable bash. I can do anything. And so I went down and did what I could from what I knew. But as time evolved, because of my film training, I was able to do more and more.
Right.
So I was helping with finding, I don't think if I did location scouting for that particular film, but I was calling up artists, setting up locations, looking after craft, just facilitating, sending out call sheets. And eventually we had to pull some extra money together. So I made some investments into the film and did the marketing and so forth to support the marketing team. And as a result, came out as a production assistant. I went in as a production assistant and came out as associate producer.
Y'all listening to her, right? And y'all said she sound like me. Did you hear she said she does something called Reggae on Broadway, Cabaret on Broadway? Just so you know, sis, we used to host an event called Reggae Cabaret in the city, right? So it tells you about great minds, right? Thinking alike, right?
Yes.
And how similar, never an original thought. Okay, never an original thought. I love the fact that you're a take charge kind of person. And
like I said, I'm my mother's child.
Tell us a little bit about mommy.
Oh gosh, my mum, God rest her soul. Dynamic woman. She looks exactly like me, or I look exactly like her.
You look like her, yes, ma'am.
My mum, coming from the country up in deep St. Anne's, my mum knew how to turn a penny.
All right then.
You know, so even like, for instance, with my cabaret night, my mum would go out and buy bags of popcorn and then disseminate it out into little bags.
Of course, and sell them. Of course. Proper higgling. Of course. Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
She was amazing. She baked patty and sell, baked cake and sell.
Yes.
She taught us how to be independent, how to think outside the box, how to dig deep when the times are rough.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love your mom.
My
love your
awesome.
mom.
God rest her soul.
What was her name?
Her name, my mum's name, she got a very unusual name. Her name was Tertullus.
Tertullus.
Tertullus. Tertullus.
Wow.
If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see some photographs of me and my mum.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will do that. Speaking with Paulette Harris-Graham, our female focus, I'd like to play a track from one of the women who, she was a sister who, you know, this became one of those songs that I knew it was big in the UK, but then it buck up over here, so, and then it just sought out again. And so I'm talking about this tune. And so check this out. when that tune bust, when that tune catch, and the dance sort out, and 6th Street, come on, it play. I don't know about you, Paulette, Lady P.
Yes.
But I can tell you, my experience was certain tunes, and 6th Street was one of those that play for all 20 times. It just play because even the sound man a rubber dub. So the man a reach over and just lift up the thing up. Oh no, them things there. Sound man and him girl a rub right next to. Am I kidding? Come on, Lady P, you know them thing. And him just lift up and go again and still in it and just lift up and go again and that going on for all 20 times. Can nobody not let him go?
No,
what?
But everybody's knee was shaking. Though, Sharon.
Where you said tremble?
The knee a tremble, boy.
Greetings to Rasta Sajafu just joining us. Rasta Sajafu and the family. Those of you just joining us, I'm speaking with none other than the extraordinary Paulette Harris-Graham, and she is on her way here to New York. She is stayed up late tonight in London town. It's after 12 there now, so you know
Yes,
she's a
it's
sweetheart.
just coming down to about midnight.
There it is. Just coming down to about 12:30. And she's hanging out with us. And I love it. I love it. Listen, she is an actor, producer, compere, which is mistress of ceremonies. She is filmmaker. She is an entrepreneur. She is everything. And she's a sister. And we want folks to come on out on Thursday. Tell your friends. I know many of you, Rhythm Queen and others listening, many of you have your friends who are, part of this whole Black British movement. Let them know that Lady Paulette will be here. And, those who love English films, let them go down to this one-day screening. Paulette, how did this screening come about?
Okay, so the African Diaspora International Film Festival is founded by, Dr. Ronaldo Speck and also his wife, Diara Speck. They've been going now. That festival is celebrating its 23rd year.
It's a long time.
Yes, indeed. And so they have also a company called Art Matten. So they're actually the distributors of the Story of Lovers Rock also.
Wonderful.
And they invited Menelek to come out to screen the Story of Lovers Rock in 2011. And it premiered in New York there through them. And so I met them there. But I'm also the European representative for the Pan-African Film Festival, which takes place in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Excuse me. And so they're there every year. So I guess we have a relationship. But I guess where I've been posting my hosting work that I've been doing here and around on Facebook, it kind of made sense to them that if they're having a Black British focus within the festival, then maybe it might be an idea to have a British host the Q&As.
It makes sense.
So for me, it was very left field, Sharon. It came out of the blue and I was like, wow, okay. Am I available? I just
found out. Look at that. Look at that.
I found a window.
Look at that. What a small window right there. 10 days, sure.
So that's how it came about.
That's wonderful. I remember when it came here in 2011, there were some, I can't remember why. Every time it played, we just could not get there. Remember that, Brother C? Every time it played. But you know something, Paulette? I believe in things happening in the right time. I do believe that.
Absolutely.
And so I remember that. And so when Kennedy, we share a dear friend in common.
Yes,
Kennedy Mensah is my brother from another mother. I love him dearly, dearly,
He's
dearly.
An awesome
oh,
man.
gosh. He comes to New York and he comes in the studio. It's pure madness. He
can
takes
imagine.
over the show. And he just takes over. He just takes over the show. So we love him. And so when Kennedy said to me, do you two know each other? And I said, no. And he says, but you two have to know each other. That's just, he was like, you two have to know each other. And the rest is history. And I can see why. I really can see why. And even my audience is saying they can see why. I
But
am
you know, Sharon,
excited.
I'm standing here looking at you and I'm looking at our resemblance.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't. You see the picture you have posed here?
Yeah.
Go look at
And I'm
any of
looking,
my
I can
pictures
see
on
the picture
Facebook.
and I
I
can
am just
see you and I'm
laughing.
like, but Sharon could be my
Of
sister.
course. And we're going to check because my father is from Clarendon.
Ah, you see now, my in-laws are in Clarendon.
We going to talk, girl. We have things to talk about. Lord, it's going to be a very long trip because we have to catch up. No, but seriously, because you are so dynamic. And when I saw, that's why I said to you, I would love to get you in studio when you come and we're going to
Yes.
work it out because family, can't you just imagine Lady Paulette in studio right here? Can you imagine All right, good. So we're going to work on that. But Paulette, what are you looking for with these films? I know about the story of Lovers Rock. There are about 3 other films that you're screening as well. Why don't you
There
share
are.
with us about that? And while I line up another tune, because, they will let me know that it's a music show. Uh-huh. Just so you know.
Okay, so the other 3 films which will be screening alongside the story of Lovers Rock, I nearly said Looking for Love because that's our new documentary that comes out on DVD on Monday in the UK, also directed by Menelik Shabazz.
Right.
But that we'll get to New York at another time. So screening, you've got Honey Trap. Now, Honey Trap is it's a very difficult film, very beautifully shot by a woman called Rebecca Johnson.
Okay.
But it's based on a true life story, or incident rather, that happened here, where a young lady used her wily ways to lure a young man into a trap where he was beaten and killed, basically.
Wow.
It's very sad. There's some really tragic things happening here. It's not just in the States, unfortunately. And that's why these film festivals are so important, because sometimes it gives us an opportunity to see that we're more similar than we are
Different.
unlike. So that film is a very hard-hitting film, but as I said, it's very beautifully shot. It's it's a youth-focused film, I would say.
Okay.
So that's screening at, I believe, 1...
Yes, I think that's at
3:15
Oh,
or
that's a 3:50.
3:30.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got a very old documentary that's called Let the Music Talk. And it features one of our oldest and leading black radio broadcasters in the UK. His name is Mr. Alex Pascal. He was who I grew up to as a young child, and he's still very dynamic and still really spinning things up around. But the film itself is directed by Yvonne Deutschmann, who some of you... Do you remember the film One Love?
Yes.
That starred Idris Elba and is it Kimani Marley? The same director directed this, but this is one of her earlier pieces. And it's a really nice, nostalgic throwback to what was happening here on the music scene. So it's got Lord Kitchener features in there. It explores black music. It explores African diaspora music as it was happening in the UK at the time. So I think it's about 1981.
Nice.
So even the footage is kind of seedy. It's not high def or nothing like that. It's very raw, but it's a nice, informative documentary.
Okay.
And then, of course, the evening culminates with the man himself, Mr. Idris Elba.
I can't wait to see this one.
Oh my God, I had my arm on his arm just last week, Sharon.
Oh God, you show off.
Gorgeous.
Beware. I thought we were sisters. So you're going to come rub my arm when you get here, okay? Just rub my arm when you get here.
Before I get there. But yes, so it's called Second Coming. And again, this is directed by a very dynamic woman. Her name is Debbie Tucker Green. She's an award-winning playwright and now screenwriter and director.
Wow.
She's awesome. Do you know, I need to put this stat out there. We've only ever had 4 black British female film directors to have a theatrical release in the UK in 100 years. And second, third, and fourth have all been between 2014 and 2015.
Are you kidding me?
No.
History.
Yeah, so we've got Amara Santi, who directed Belle. Have you seen Belle?
I love Belle. It's one of my favorites.
Belle
I own it. I own it. It's historic and it's beautifully shot. I own it. Yes.
Just to tell you, that house, Kenwood House, is about 15 minutes from where I live.
You're kidding me.
Oh, it's beautiful. If you get a chance to come over,
I'm always, I plan to. Yes.
I will take you when you come, Sharon.
Absolutely.
And then we have Destiny Akariga, who's got a wonderful Nigerian film, Nigerian-based film. It's about a brother who comes over from Nigeria to join his mother and his younger brother who was born here. And you know what that dynamic can be like.
Can imagine.
And that film's called Gone Too Far. So that's Destiny. So she had her theatrical release, and now Debbie Tucker Green with Second Coming.
Wow.
So that's
Second Coming is the film that's closing out.
That's closing out the Black British program and will be followed by a reception. And I'll be hosting all of the Q&As which follow those screenings. So from 1 o'clock right through until the end of Second Coming, I will be at the Bowtie Chelsea. And then probably grabbing a glass of wine in the reception after.
Well, I will be hanging out with you. I am nothing up myself. I will be hanging with you all day on Thursday.
On Thursday.
And I can't wait. I will be there before 1, and I will be spending the entire day with you. I want to be absolutely.
Bring your camera.
Of course, I have to, because I'm covering it for the Gleaner. So I'm going to write about it for my column, and at the same time for CPR Live, capture some stuff for CPR Live. You know, it is. I'm excited, and to know that we have so many women filmmakers who are part of it, and they're all history makers themselves. It just adds more depth to the story, more character. I want you to know that there are people listening in Jamaica who are texting me, and I just want you to know, big up to Andrew Sean, the entire family, the household. They're listening, so you never know. Probably soon you'll be off to Jamaica to go do this. You never know who's listening. Yeah, yes, we have folks.
There's a filmmaker out there that I know, Karen. I can't think of her last name right now. But she had a film in our festival here this year.
Okay.
As well.
You see that? You never know who knows who. You never know who knows who. The other thing I want to say to folks is, if you have friends in New York and they are, able to take some time off on Friday, tell them, let them go to the website. It's the NYADIFF.org. When you go there, go to the Black British Film Program, I think it says, or Black British Program. All the information is there. I am so excited to have this opportunity to talk to you all about what Paulette is doing. I am looking forward to her being in studio when she comes. We're going to work on that. Sydney, we know you would love to be here. We can just imagine. We know, but I want to play a track, Paulette. This track by Janet Kay is one of my absolute favorites. And this is her on the Top of the Pop. And this one is a classic lovers rock. Check this out, family. This one is called Silly Games. And when this was happening, well, we can't tell you what we were doing, but just listen. We'll be right back.
You're as much to blame.
we pull it down to pull my sister up.
Ooh, man, I was
Paulette,
just having a good old dance
I
here.
see you. And let me say to the family, she can dance. I'm watching her dance.
Don't tell
All
them
right?
on the camera.
No, I have. It would echo, so that's why I have the picture up. So let me say that was Janet Kay doing Silly Games, and like the Louisa Marks track I played before, these are the epitome of lovers rock tunes. I mean, when these songs were being played in the dance, like Paulette told you, and like I said, it was just a different time, a different vibe. Love. We were. Yes, Admore says a mezzo soprano singing reggae tunes. Exactly. And she took the pride of the entire Caribbean, not just Jamaicans, Caribbean to another level when she made it to the top of the pops. Am I correct, Paulette?
It was so much more than that.
Talk to me about
yes,
it, please, please.
She did, but you can imagine, being a black woman or a black child in the UK, which was predominantly white at the time. Now the lay of the land has changed completely.
Yeah, the demographics,
but at the
yes,
time,
definitely. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, talk about the minority. I have experience of having to run away and hide in corners on the street from teddy boys. That's how bad the racism was.
Wow.
So, you know, you didn't even have those kind of aspirations. And Janet Kay actually grew up not too far from where I live.
Oh.
And so when you see like your neighbor on top of the pops, it's like, how did that happen? So it's one of those scenarios. I don't know if you're familiar with this term. You may have seen it on programs like Real McCoy, if you have those on YouTube over there, where when a black person is on the TV in this country, the whole world, and we didn't have Facebook, so you'd hear, black person on the telly, and you'd hear boom, 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 people be running from every room to come and see this black person on the TV. So when Janet Kay made it onto top of it, she herself was shocked. She talks about it in the documentary, so I'm not going to go into it.
Right.
Because that's a spoiler alert.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Spoiler alert, but no, there won't be any spoilers. We'll be there on the 10th to see it for yourself, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, she herself was shocked. I think even now, and, you know, I think she's still shocked. We're all still shocked.
Right.
Even now we still have this element of a black person on the TV, because here we have what we call terrestrial TV.
Right.
So you've got your BBC One, your BBC Two, your Channel 4, your Channel 5. Is that 4? Is that the 4 ones? Oh yeah, and Channel 5. So BBC One, BBC Two,
so
Channel
Sky
4,
would
Channel
be
5.
like a cable.
4.
Sky would be cable.
Yeah, we have those, but you have to pay for those.
Right. So
Everything else is free.
Your terrestrial would be what we call our network stations. Okay. Yes.
That's right. So even now, to get black people on those stations is still incredibly difficult.
Absolutely.
If you're familiar with an actor here in this country called Lenny Henry, we're still having ongoing debates about diversity on the mainstream TV.
Tell them a little bit.
Even now in 2015.
Tell them a little bit about Lenny Henry and his history. He was a comedian, am I correct?
That's right.
A Jamaican. Go ahead, talk to them about it.
Yes, Lenny Henry is one of our leading black and most successful comedians here in the UK. And he came through a talent show back, I was 12 at the time, called New Faces. So that would have been about 1975.
Right.
And he went on to win. And that's how he forged his career.
Yes.
But if you guys can Google a short film that just came out this year called Danny and the Human Zoo, it documents his rise from, because he's born in a little country part of the UK called Dudley. They call it Dudley. And it's how this little black boy from this, really, they call it the black country, rose up to such stardom to have his own TV show and so forth. And we all feel now that it's actually worse for black people on mainstream TV now than it was in the 70s and the 80s.
Regression taking place instead of progress.
Oh yeah, totally regressed. So what Lenny Henry now is doing, along with Una King, who's the Baroness here in the British government, is they're campaigning with BAFTA, which is the British Association of Film and Television, to kind of get behind the campaign of bringing more diversity, particularly black and Asian people on mainstream TV.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. As you can see, we could have this conversation for the next 3-4 hours easily and not be bored because we are on point. It's very topical. It's what's happening, not just on this side of the pond, but on that side of the pond as well. And one of the reasons why I'm so looking forward to Lady Paulette being in studio with us, I'd love to have her in studios for a real talk with Brother C, probably on a Thursday night before she leaves, or one of the Tuesday nights on social living, because I feel like this aspect of what she's talking about is so important, like she said earlier, for us to see that what's happening here is happening there as well. And so we have to understand how much we have in common than we don't have in common. And
absolutely,
Paulette, you are just such a gift to us, and we love you and we appreciate you. We know it's late. It's 45 minutes after the hour. The woman I forgot to our bed. She's traveling soon.
Actually, I've got my friend's 50th birthday party.
Do you see that? No. So we are off. We're off. And my next guest is here. Heru Ptah is here. And he, Paulette, is someone you'd be very interested in. He's going to be talking to us about his latest novel, Show Me a Beautiful Woman. And he's going to be doing his reading on the premiere of his short film, Somewhere in Brooklyn, on the 17th of December at Nicholas Bookstore in Brooklyn. So he's coming up right after you. And you need to, I'm going to tell him about what's going on with and hopefully we'll get him to come down there on Thursday to come to one of the screenings or something. I think he should be there, but that's who's going to be my next guest. But I'm saying all of this to say that we're in this time right now, brothers and sisters. Support our artists. Support those who are doing this kind of work. Support CPR. You see why you have to support CPR as a nonprofit organization? This is what we bring to you. We're connecting the dots. We are reaching across the pond, and we are working together to make things work. Because at CPR Live, we say it ain't just music. It's life. And on that note, Paulette, Lady P, Lady Paulette Harris-Graham, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us. And I look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Oh, I can't wait to give you a hug, Sharon.
My heart, I can't. I'm hugging you right now, my sister. And I'm claiming you, all right? I'm
claiming you back.
All right. Ashe. Travel safely. Thank you. And just be safe and travel safe. And hurry up and come, no man. Tuesday can't get here enough. All right.
Thank you to all of the listeners. It's been an absolute pleasure, Sharon, and I be with you soon.
I'm going to play the trailer coming out, just that those who did not see it before will get a chance to see it. Okay, Paulette, coming out of this segment. So thank you so much. And when we come back, we will be sitting in with Heru Ptah. Thank you. It's Reggae Calling. Thank you, Paulette.
Thank you, Sharon.
This is a story about the music and the way we were back in the 70s and 80s. We were the rebel generation.
My back is against the wall. Try to tell me, we cannot get me to follow. My head is higher, I'm going to stand tall. No matter how they try to keep me down, me not fall.
To me, Lovers Rock is the ingredients that's been put in by we here in the UK. This is our contribution to the recipe of reggae.
It's a music, right, that speaks to the heart, the soul and the mind. It's a language. It's a way of life. It's a culture.
I just love the way it makes me feel. I relax and nothing matters. It just makes me feel good, you know?
And let's face it, when you hear it, you say, oh, wait a minute.
If I could give the world to you. We were the first generation from the Caribbean who had gone to school here. So it was about making a mark in a way.
At the time, the streets weren't safe.
We were experiencing a lot of racism. Our parents really didn't understand the system and what was going on. So Lovers Rock was like an escape for us.
It was almost like a kind of coping mechanism. You'd wait for that to come on.
Even the wickedest man with the biggest car, murderer, when he marry lovers, he might look a girl for dance with too.
It was quite scary because that dance is quite an intimate dance.
I remember I didn't move much. I was held up against the wall. I ain't gonna tell you what happened, but I did jerk a lot uncontrollably against that wall. Something happened.
But you know when you actually go down like this, you go all the way down and you're feeling good about yourself because you've made it, your legs haven't knocked together, and then I look up and I realise that she hasn't come down with me. She's looking down at me like, what are you doing, you idiot?
We were creating something distinctively British, right? And we were hoping one day to be as big as any other genre.
A lot of people were coming from Jamaica to be a part of the English industry and seeing Dennis Brown, your Gregory Isaacs, your Freddie McGregor.
By the 70s, when I was growing up as first generation Jamaican, we had kids at school, white kids at school, that was as familiar with reggae as we were because their parents were into ska.
My mum really loved Lovers Rock, and that's kind of what sucked me into the genre.
At the moment, there's a resurgence of Lovers Rock, and there's actually younger performers getting into it. A lot of Japanese Lovers Rock artists. Australia, New Zealand. So it's taken hold globally.
That I just can't lose. Girl, I'm on my way.
Ed. 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 What? You're not actually moving.
I know. She is.
Oh.
With this music, we created our own unique genre that became known as Lovers Rock.
Okay, people, this is Lovers Rock.
Well, here I am. I am back, and what an awesome documentary. I can't wait to see this on Thursday. I see Rasa Sajafu in the chat room saying that he can't wait to see it. I'll be there all day on Thursday, just so you know.
Well, I'll go on Sajafu.
You see who's sitting next to me? If I don't know if he heard you. Brother Heru Ptah, welcome to Reggae Calling.
Bless, man. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
I don't know if Asajafu heard you, though.
I said, well, I'll go on Asajafu. That's how my people.
Bless Heru. So I feel honored that on a day when I'm speaking with someone like Paulette Harris-Graham, who is on her way here to host an all-day discussion and screening around the Black British experience, right? 4 films and a discussion with the filmmakers and folk. And she's the one moderating all that. To follow her up with you is just amazing, because you are here tonight to talk to us about your new book.
Show Me a Beautiful Woman.
Show Me a Beautiful Woman. And this is the cover. And it's a new cover because now when you purchase the book, you get an autographed copy of the book. Okay? But also, he is here to tell us about a screening that's taken place and a reading. So why don't you tell us about this event that's going to be just showcasing your talents?
Well, it's going to be on December 17th at Nicholas, Brooklyn. It's at 570 Fulton Street. And
Easy
Nicholas
to get
Brooklyn.
to. Easy to get to.
Yeah, it's like Nicholas Brooklyn is just like a cultural epicenter.
It is.
Black cultural
In
epicenter of Brooklyn.
It's right on Fulton between Flatbush and what is that?
Nevins, I think.
Well, Ashland, but if you take the train, you get off at Nevins.
Yeah,
and just
so you
walk
just
back.
take the 2, 3, 4, or 5 to Nevins
Get
Street.
off at Nevins and just walk back to Fulton Street. It's right there. Can't miss it.
Yeah, and it starts at 6:30. It's going from 6:30 to 9, and it's going to be a reading and a signing of my book, Show Me a Beautiful Woman. And it's also, that's going to be the first half, and then the second half is going to be the premiere screening of my short film, Somewhere in Brooklyn, which is about a father who kidnaps a cop who killed his son.
Did y'all hear that? The cop, a father who kidnaps the cop who shot his son.
Who killed his son.
Who killed his son.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, so, and as you can see, like both segments and both topics are very relevant to what we're dealing with.
Yes.
As Show Me a Beautiful Woman will be dealing with the black experience between men and women and our relationship status and what's going on now. And then Somewhere in Brooklyn is going to be dealing with just the thing that we're all dealing with constantly every day, with the abject abuse of power by the police department and what's going on, and just a father who's just frustrated and rightfully indignant.
Rightfully indignant.
Rightfully indignant at the injustice that's been going on. And so it's gonna be like a very intense conversation between these two gentlemen. And it's a very powerful piece. It's a piece that means a lot to me. Actually, both pieces mean very much to me. And I just hope a lot of people come through and see it. It's a free event.
It's free. But we want you to RSVP because we might have a little refreshments and stuff. And if we're going to do that, then we need to know. We don't want to have 3 party when we need to have 6. You know what I mean? So let us know. Give us a heads up if you're coming. Just go. We have an event page on Facebook.
Yeah.
So go to tell them.
The event page is Show Me a Beautiful Woman Somewhere in Brooklyn. So it's like combining the two titles together. So it's Show Me a Beautiful Woman Somewhere in Brooklyn. Just go on Facebook and type in Show Me a Beautiful Woman Somewhere in Brooklyn, and the event page will come up and you can see it. You can RSVP. And
well, I want to share something with you at a minute before we go into Marley Magic. Here you go.
You murdered my son. Thought that he had a gun. You killed my son because of your own racist fears. I am not a racist. Is your anger worth more? When are you going to take responsibility? Is your pain worth more? You want people to treat you better than you treat yourselves. And shit don't work like that. I made a promise too. When I threw dirt on my son's coffin. Where am I? Somewhere in Brooklyn.
This program is made possible by the generous support of viewers, members of the Coalition to Preserve Reggae Music, partnerships with progressive organizations, and sponsorship from socially responsible businesses. CPR Live proudly acknowledges the support of the following.
This is Sugar representing for the superwoman, Audrey Thomas. And I'm here to tell you that Audrey Thomas is a super lawyer, superwoman, super everything. So call her at 877-LAW-NERD. That's 877-529-6373. That's Audrey Thomas, 877-529-6373.
After a long day of aches and pains, let Fountain Pimento Oil soothe your pain away. It can be used on almost anything: shoulders, arms, legs, your whole body. Just heat it and rub the pain away. Made in Jamaica, bottled in Brooklyn, let Fountain Pimento Oil be your little medicine cabinet in a bottle. Call and order today, 866-223-2414.
In life, your start does not define how you finish. And while everyone has a different beginning, we all need the dream, the passion, and the purpose to define how we finish. We Jamaicans are born to dream and built to succeed. Dream, believe, achieve.
So we're back. It's 8 o'clock, and you know what we do here as we dream and achieve and believe. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for Marley Magic. Heru Ptah is here. We're going to talk about the little snippet that we showed you just now. But Bob has something to say about all of this. We'll soon come. Reggae Calling.
Until the philosophy which hold one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Everywhere is war. It's a war that until they're no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. Miss a war that until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race. This a war that until that day the dream of lasting peace, world citizenship, rule of international morality will remaining but a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. Now everywhere is war, war, and until the ignoble and unhappy regime that hold our brothers in Angola, in Mozambique, South Africa, subhuman bondage have been toppled, totally destroyed. Well, everywhere is war. Miss a war. War in the east, war in the west, war up north, war down south, war, war, rumors of a war. And until that day, the African continent will not know peace. We Africans will fight, we find it necessary, and we know we shall win, as we are confident in the victory of good over evil, good over evil, yeah, good over evil.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Didn't mean to just stop it so abruptly on you, family. You know how it is. I'm doing a million things, and sometimes my hand touches the things it's not supposed to touch. But in studio with me is Heru Ptah, author, filmmaker, so many other things. He is doing his screening and book signing and reading on December 17th. We'd love for you to be there. That's the week, the Thursday, before we get into the holiday week itself. So you still looking for gifts to buy? I can tell you that Show Me a Beautiful Woman is a perfect gift. I have read the book. And when I read it, I read it in one night.
Really?
Yeah, I think I started reading it because I just read, but I started reading it probably about 11:30 one night. And I finished it the next day in the afternoon before I called you that day.
Wow.
It's that kind of read, family. You don't want to put it down. His character development, and for me, a lot of these new writers nowadays, they don't get into character development, and you don't feel these characters. I can tell you about Alex. I know there has to be more about Alex. Alex is still in my system. Okay, I asked Heru, who was Alex? Alex is all up in my system.
You know, it's funny because People keep asking me whether or not it's a true story. And
Right.
it's a memoir, and then they ask me, am I Alex?
Yes.
And I'm like, no.
You wrote him so well.
I'm like, no, I'm not.
You will recognize Alex, ladies, when you read Alex. And his book is also available, okay? You can...
Well, Alex, because Alex is a guy that's addicted to newness.
Yes.
And when I mean that by addicted to newness is like... he's addicted to new clothes, new cars, and especially new beautiful women. And when I say like really addicted to newness, is like he only wears an article of clothing 3 times and then he throws it away. And he wears very expensive clothes and he'll only wear 3 times and throws it away. He doesn't own anything. He doesn't believe in owning anything because when you own something, it also owns you, and he doesn't want to be owned at all. You know, so all of his possessions are always just like can always fit in like a few bags,
right?
And that he just bought at the time,
exactly.
And then after he wears it, he buys completely new things and he moves on. And he's just somebody who's completely non-committed to anything. And
did you know somebody like that?
No, I've never met anybody quite as extreme as Alex, because I wanted to explore the idea of a person that was just so non-committed. You know what I mean? So like I wanted to create like the ideal superhero player.
And that's what you did.
You know what I'm saying?
Alex.
Yeah, it's just
that's
like
what you did as a brother. Hey, Clyde. Hey, Clyde. Greetings.
But you know what's the funny thing is because he lives off the kindness of women. He doesn't work.
Does, yes.
He lives off the kindness of women.
He's a gigolo.
Yeah, but not really a gigolo. But, like the funny thing is this. So many women have read this book. So many women have read the book, and none of them hate Alex.
That's what I'm going to say. Alex isn't my sister. We all love Alex. You fall in love with him because you recognize him as your brother. A good brethren that you have who you know could be an uncle. You know Alex. We all know Alex.
But the interesting thing, too, is that Alex is also a product of his father.
I was just going to say that his
even though, like, Alex is something that is... he's actually a kind of like a supernatural creature because he's like, he's just like, he's like really a nomad. He's not attached to anything. Nothing. And he just moves around. He doesn't live anywhere more than 6 months at a time. He doesn't drive any car more than 6 months at a time.
Very disposable.
He's just always moving around, and he's just, and he doesn't really care about being rich or anything. He just like lives life. He doesn't want to have kids. He doesn't want a relationship. He just lives life.
Now, when I read the book, I said to myself, what is the message that Heru is putting out there for brothers and sisters in this book when you're protagonist? Because talk about the woman who then, and we don't want to spoil anything, but talk about Alex would be seen as our protagonist. Talk about our antagonist.
Well, I wouldn't call Zawe an antagonist. Like they would be both protagonists. But the story is really and truly about that.
Right? See, notice I hesitated because I was going to say that she was a protagonist as well.
Yeah, because
why don't you talk about that and how you set that up?
Well, with Zawe now, Zawe is a woman is a very successful woman, very smart, very beautiful, very elegant woman, and she's coming off the breakup of her engagement. She was with her boyfriend for 6 years, and she loved him. They were building a world and a life together. And then she finds out, a month before they're supposed to get married, that he's been cheating on her for a while. And not just cheating on her. Oh, I can't tell you. I can't. But the thing is, like, it really broke her. It really devastated her. She just can't understand it, And what happened is that, like, when she meets Alex now, and even though she's attracted to him, she won't allow herself to fall for him. So he makes her a bet that within a month that they're going to have sex. And for going along with the bet, he'll answer all of her questions about men. Honestly.
That's the key.
Yeah, and mainly why do men cheat? So, which is like the main question.
And this is the story.
And we
can't tell you anything else. You have to get the book.
So it's a fun, it's a fun story. It's a sexy story. It's also very deep, very profound.
It is. Let me say this to you. You're gonna be like this. I'm not kidding you. Your eyes are burning you. You're gonna take off your glasses, go wash your face, come back, and go like this. I'm not kidding you. You cannot put it down because you want to know. It's a page turner, and it's not a little wishy-washy story. It's a serious story. We're looking at value systems. We're looking at the whole socioeconomic state of us, okay, as a community. We're looking at baggage that we as immigrant children carry with us. We're looking at so many things in terms of the male-female relationship and who's making what. There is just so many levels in this book. And I'm saying to you guys, go pick it up, come to the screening, come to the reading on the 17th, purchase it. You'll get an autographed copy of the book. But this is not the only thing that's going to happen on the 17th. On the 17th, we see another side of this brilliant mind. We see the filmmaker, the activist. Show Me the Beautiful Woman could be seen as activism too. Honestly. I mean, you are stepping out of the box, and really, the brothers, brothers be like, yo, what you doing, Heru?
I'm letting out some secrets.
What you doing, Heru? Because you kind of schooled us sisters on some things. So it could be seen as activism as well.
It's funny.
He's laughing, but it's real. Brothers might be looking for Heru real soon.
Now, the brothers who've read it too have loved it also. You know what
because
I mean?
Alex is just such a classic.
Yeah, and
you did a great job with him.
Thank you very much. And but like I was saying, the second half of the program is gonna be dedicated to Somewhere in Brooklyn, which is a short film that I made. And the premise of it is it's a father who kidnaps the cop who killed his son. Now, the inspiration of this came about like a little bit after the assassination of Michael Brown. And I'll call it an assassination because that's what I believe it was.
Right.
You're never going to make me buy that a kid ran away from bullets and then stopped, turned, and ran into bullets.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
That doesn't, that don't make no sense to me.
Sense.
You're not going to, no matter how big you say he is and how tough you thought he was.
No matter what you say.
And because you thought that you were a kid in comparison to Hulk Hogan to him.
Yeah.
He's not going to run away from bullets
and turn around
and run into bullets.
It doesn't make
sense. So,
no matter how many times they say it, okay, it makes no sense.
But you know what? It's not for us though. It's for the overall Republican right wing white majority mindset, wherein they just need a scintilla of excuse or reasoning to say, all right, it's
I've had people say to me, oh, do you know what he did to that shopkeeper before he... First of all, how do you know that's what he did to the shopkeeper? Do you know that? Number one, I said to someone. And number two, so that excuses that?
And listen, we cannot live in a society where we allow police to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Can you imagine?
Where they just obliterate people without trial, without nothing.
This is what we're dealing with.
But the thing is that the vast majority white mindset in America is that they really think of us as less than animals.
Yes, they do.
Because I'll tell you, just do a thought experiment. Switch Eric Garner for a dog. Make him a pit bull. Make him even if he was the meanest dog ever, and he was on the ground and he was being strangled, and he was like for his life, right? There would be universal condemnation for those. Universal. Nobody would debate it or anything.
Jail. Exactly.
Nobody would debate it.
Exactly.
But you put a black man or a black woman in place, and everybody goes like, well, what was he doing? He was pretty big. He was resisting. He was this. There's all these different excuses that always comes up.
These young people, they don't listen. They don't want to listen when you talk to them and all of that. But I'm saying that Heru is right. I mean, you put a dog where Eric Garner was, where Michael Brown was, any of these kids, Trayvon, any of them.
Exactly.
And just watch the reaction.
And Trayvon is even, all right, well, to me, Tamir Rice was probably the most egregious one.
Oh, my gosh. Tamir.
12 years old, toy gun, 2.3 seconds, dead, And, of course, Laquan McDonald's is
can we talk? And even, there's so much. Did you see the report coming out of that place in Alabama, Dothan or whatever?
Yes, about
all these cops
planting evidence.
But we've known this forever.
That's the funny thing. We've
known this forever.
But Sharon, what's scary is that we've known, but when you really have the proof, it's
like,
even more shattering.
It's like,
it's like even like we've known that the government was sending crack to the black community,
we knew.
but when you read the articles and you saw like
you saw what happened to Gary Webb,
incontrovertible proof that like this is happening,
Yeah.
it's even still shocking that you're
sinister,
like, damn.
man. It's sinister. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, go see
Kill
the Messenger, the story of Gary Webb. You must see that and connect the dots. In the chat room, Raider Rahim Greetings is saying it's important that we control the narrative and the visuals in our community. Big up, my brother. Keep up the great work. Absolutely. You got to come down and see this on the 17th. I want to play a track, though, because it is a music show. Brother C teases me and says Reggae Calling is slowly becoming a talk show. But it's because we're in these times, you know. When I look around and I see what's happening in Paris and I see what's happening everywhere, and just this Tuesday coming, Brother C is going to have Phil Ben from the Music Research Lab in studio to talk about black youth and how they should relate to police in America. So Phil Ben will be here on Social Living on Tuesday. You might want to be checking it out, Heru, because you might need to call in and be a part of this conversation. But when we look at all of this and we see what happened in San Bernardino, see what's happening in Paris, and we see all of this, do we really understand what is going on around us and the times and just the times we're living in? You know, do we really get it? I don't think a lot of people are getting it.
Well, you know, I will definitely say what happened in Paris and San Bernardino were both egregious acts. And I know that everybody universally condemns them. And,
Absolutely.
you know, that's just terrible things to happen. But, you know, it's an interesting thing, and, you know, we'll put it in perspective, is because nobody's ever saying, let's forgive ISIS for what they've done. I've never heard that argument ever made. Let's forgive ISIS. And
Can we forgive the two Muslim people who just shot up San Bernardino?
No, nobody. I do not have heard anybody saying forgive.
I was going to post on my Facebook page, are we ready to start forgiving? And I just said, leave them alone, Sharon. Leave them alone.
But the interesting thing is that whenever atrocities happen to our community and our people, we are always told to forgive. You know what I'm saying? It's always about forgiveness, and like, and I know it's, you know, and you know, I'm not gonna speak for other people's pain and how they want to deal with it, but I remember what happened in Charlotte, right?
Yes.
With was it Dylan Ruth?
Dylan.
And I don't know. I was just kind of conflicted when a son comes up like a day later and says he forgives the man that kills his mother, and I'm like, I don't know. Like I said, that's not my mother. I can't speak for you for your pain and how you want to address it, but I think we need to get to a point where we're not always forgiving these atrocities that happen to us, you know?
Well, I want you to know that you just got booked for Tuesday night. Because Brother C is saying, can Brother Heru come back on Tuesday when we will be drilling down on this? What you will hear might surprise you. So you just got booked. If you're available, Brother C and Saber Damani want you in here on Tuesday night. So, because this is serious conversation. Let me play a track from Wailing Souls. And I think it really speaks to just the times we're living in. It's Reggae Calling. It's 8:20 on a Saturday.
Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now. Kingdom rise and kingdom fall. Whoa yeah now, now. Babylon trying to find a solution. Depression is down on the land, and inflation is holding down strong. Kingdom rise and kingdom fall. Whoa yeah now. Babylon trying to find a solution. Whoa yeah now.
Babylon trying to find a solution. Yeah. Oh yeah, now, now. Babylon battling against the wall. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Economics has got them in desperation. It's a modern famine. And poverty is causing dangerous political tension. It's a modern famine. Depression is down on the land. It's a modern famine. And inflation is holding out strong, strong, strong. Kingdom rise and kingdom fall.
The sounds of the Wailing Souls, always with a message in the music here on Reggae Calling on a Saturday, December 5th. In studio with Heru Ptah, or author, filmmaker, activist, poet. Heru, you can't come in the studio and not even throw a little something, something at the folk. You dropping science about the cops and everything. Just got booked. Being on my show, you just got booked to come on back on Social Living on Tuesday night to sit in with Brother C and Sabre Damani and Phil Ben to talk about, you know, black youth and how they should relate to police in America. And I see in the chat room, Pat is saying on Tuesday we could examine how it's possible to forgive. Pat, make sure you're logged in here at 7 on Tuesday, 7 to 10 on Tuesday, Social Living, Pat. And those of you who are new, Sidani and other folks who are new to CPR, make sure you log on at 7 on Tuesday for this conversation. But Heru is also a poet.
Yes, I am.
A very deep one, too. Everything he does is deep. I think, wait, let me read what Russell Sajafu said about you. Russell Sajafu said, his book, Hip Hop Story, is also a serious read. He is no Johnny come lately to writing. And make sure he do a poem before the show done. See, I'm just reading it now. But Russell Sajafu, we here. Yes. I want to book him to come to my to my school's reunion. Anyway, go ahead. Heru, you can't. You know, your poetry is just so deep and profound.
So I'll do a piece, a part of Theory of Everything.
The Theory of Everything is just one of my all-time favorites. So I'm gonna shut up. You should do the same. Open up your ears. Heru Ptah.
Okay.
Open up your mind, Brother C says.
Right. Man created God because man needed a mother. God ignores man because man keeps calling her father. Fathers sow seeds but often don't rear them, save for the rare ones, so you pray and it's answered rarely. I see clearly religion is an evil that is necessary, and the root of all evil insecurity. For we are sheep, lost without a shepherd, and a shepherd must kill other shepherds. He must grow his herd, for we do as we're told, the bigger the herd. Don't hate what you heard, I can't help it. I'm a black sheep, I was born to blaspheme. In this multiverse, where we are all as smart as the speed of a Google search. This is Google Earth. Knowledge is collected, knowledge is collective. We are becoming the collective, the singularity is near. No, the singularity is here. From iPhone to iRobot to Einstein's Frankenstein. In this Franken mind, man, they fear you. They feared you since they stole you, since Nat Turner, since Harper's Ferry. Fear, century after century. Fear's got you feeling like Machiavelli. Better to be feared than loved. If the option is to be invisible, better to be the thug. But if you love thug life, don't be surprised if you live a thug's life. The half-life is too short, you live half that in jail. That's the plot for the blackmail. Don't fool yourselves. No one is afraid of you. You're doing what they want you to. This is the role they have written. But if you don't play the part, they have to rewrite the movie. To hell with that. Make your own movie. Make sure the black guy lives at the end.
got to make sure that the decompress and then we clap because I know that folks are going, whoa, 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 whoa. Look, Lady K, Lady Paulette in the UK said, brap, 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 brap. Some people, this poem, The Theory of Everything, first time I heard it was this year when Russell Sergeant Fu did the tribute to Bob Marley. In the chat room, brother sees like, we want the rest.
Come through to the 17th.
Come on the 17th and you will get it. Come through on the 17th. When he performed this poem, the entire room, you see just how everybody paused, it was like, huh? Like he just took the oxygen, just sucked it out of the room. Because it was so on point. And that's what you get from our brother, Heru Ptah. His film, Somewhere in Brooklyn. Let me play the trailer for you real quickly as we take a breath and come right back. December 17th, this is where we'll be at Nicholas, 6:30 to 9. You really don't want to miss it.
570 Fulton Street.
Can't miss it. Nevins is a stop on the train. You cannot miss this. We have books on sale. We're previewing, we're screening the film. We're going to have a Q&A. Believe me. Check this out.
You murdered my son. Thought that he had a gun. You killed my son because of your own racist fears. I am not a racist. Is your anger worth more? When are you going to take responsibility? Is your pain worth more? You want people to treat you better than you treat yourselves. And shit don't work like that. I made a promise too. When I threw dirt on my son's coffin. Where am I? Somewhere in Brooklyn.
This program is made possible by the generous support of viewers, members of the Coalition to Preserve Reggae Music, partnerships with progressive organizations, and sponsorship from socially responsible businesses. CPR Live proudly acknowledges the support of the following.
After a long day of aches and pains, let fountain pimento oil soothe your pain away. It can be used on almost anything: shoulders, arms, legs, your whole body. Just heat it and rub the pain away. Made in Jamaica, bottled in Brooklyn, let fountain pimento oil be your little medicine cabinet in a bottle. Call and order today, 866-223-2414.
This is Sugar representing for the superwoman, Audrey Thomas. And I'm here to tell you that Audrey Thomas is a super lawyer, superwoman, super everything. So call her at 877-LAW-NERD. That's 877-529-6373. That's Audrey Thomas, 877-529-6373.
We're back. Sorry about that, family. Sorry about that. Doing too much. I have to play a tune. It's what I do. I'm my own engineer and everything. That's why when I was interviewing Paulette, everybody was laughing because she sounds just like me. We do everything, right, Paulette? But this tune right here, I want to play it because I felt like it was a perfect tune coming out of the theory of everything and just to kind of, give you a tune to meditate on and what Heru just said. We'll be right back. Third World. That's the name of the song.
Them fight against the Englishman. Them fight against the Christian. Them claim say them are African, but now they're fighting their own black man. Yes, them man there. Them man there. Them man there. Oh Lord, them man there. Them preaching words of righteousness. Material leaders don't impress. Don't want to give the people what they want. Who are you to tell them what they need? They're gonna face the same job as we. Ooh, yes, you're gonna face the same job as me. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Them man there. Them it, let them swear and swear. If you are guilty, then you will pay. Listen to everything I say. You're gonna face the same job as me. Ooh, yes, you're gonna face the same job as me. Oh, them Monday, them Monday, oh, them Monday, oh Lord, them Monday.
Yeah. Sounds of third world.
Ooh Lord, you're gonna face the same job as me.
And that's it right there, you know? You know, Heru? The same job.
Yeah, man.
All of us.
As me.
So when we said Dem Monday, you know who we're talking about. And on the 17th, Heru's short film about Dem Monday, somewhere in Brooklyn, will screen. We're also going to be getting a reading from his book somewhere. I mean, Show Me a Beautiful Woman. Please go on to the page on Facebook, Show Me a Beautiful Woman Somewhere in Brooklyn, which is really a mashup, as Lady Paulette says, of the two titles, his book and his film. And, you know, come. We'd like to see you. Heru, anything you want to say before we wrap this segment up?
I definitely want to thank you for bringing me on. But I also want to thank you for something even more profound because...
my heart just
no,
jumped.
really and truly, because like she doesn't know about it. Sharon was the person that you were the person that really got me to start selling and pushing Show Me a Beautiful Woman again, because I had originally written it in 2012 and I had published it, and I think in book form it was like probably early 2013, and you know, the sales of it just hadn't picked up. You know what I mean? And so I had it kind of stagnant for a while. And the thing with me is that, like, I tend to create a lot of work, create a lot of art. And then, like, you know, if it doesn't immediately take off, I just, like, move on and start creating something else without, like, really pushing the material that much. And then when I sold you the copy, and I think I sold it to you
at Festival. At
African Street Festival.
Read it.
And then when you called me and you were like, yo, brother, I love this book. This book is amazing. It just reminded me of what I had. And the value of what I had.
Yeah.
And then it pushed me to start going out there and selling it again because, you know, because another thing, if you don't, you know, if you're living in New York, especially, and you ride the train, if you don't see me on the 17th, you're probably going to run into me on the train.
Absolutely.
Because I've been selling my book like crazy.
And it's been working for him.
The trains.
Yes.
The 2 train, the 3 train, 4 train, 5, A and the C, E to J.
Yes.
I'm pushing it hard, you know, every day. So, support a brother.
Come out and support a brother.
And support the event. And
we just want to see you all on the 17th. And
yes,
Lady Paulette says, somehow, some way, I have to be there with you and Brother Heru on the 17th. Paulette, we want you in the house. We'll come get you. We're going to talk, Paulette, because whatever we can do to help you be there, we're going to make sure that happens. Because he's worthy. And thank you for, you know, just bringing the work to us. And whatever we can do to help you just maximize on that, we're going to do that. Get you in front of as many folk as we possibly can, because this is what we're here to do. This is what we're here to do at CPR Live. So
I appreciate you,
bless your heart. Of course, we appreciate you more, my brother.
Appreciate you, Brother Carla. Respect.
We love and respect you too. So Tuesday, he's going to be back here to be a part of what is going to be a very dynamic conversation. I can't wait to see what that conversation is going to be like. I am glued. Okay? Yes, 7 to 10, social living on CPR Live. Heru Ptah will be in studio with Phil Ben of the Music Research Lab, Brother Carlisle, and Saber Damani, who are your hosts. And they'll be here to talk about their views on black youth and how they should relate to police in America. But before you go, chat room has a question for you. I know we just signed off with you, but You know, we got to go with the chat room. Rasa Sajafu says, ask him about how he met the MTV man on the train. He does a lot of meeting of people on the train. Why don't you give them that story before we wrap it up?
Yeah, that was years ago. That was when I was selling my first book, A Hip Hop Story. And I think it was on the 3 train. And, you know, I was just going ahead doing my spiel, and I was selling my books. And I happened to sell one of the books to the director of publishing to MTV Books. I didn't know that he was that at the time, but, you know, he bought the book. And then he called me the very next day because he had read it all night. And he said that,
kind of like what I did, right?
He said he loved it and he wanted to buy it. And so then MTV went ahead and they purchased, you know, the rights to the book. And they republished it as an MTV book. And that's, you know, spawned my career a bit, and I got a lot of press and exposure from that. I was in New York Times, I was on CNN, I was even on the Carson Daly Show and so on, and that helped me get to be the book writer for the Broadway musical Hot Feet, which was based on the music of Earth, Wind and Fire, and the choreography of Maurice Hines. So that was a very special time in my career too. And that went to Broadway for a time, so that was a special and a beautiful thing. So that's the whole story with the whole MTV thing. So.
And one thing I want to add to that is what A. Klein just added in the chat room. She says, The Alchemist took years before it became a top seller. Hang in there, brother. That's what we're talking about. You can order the book. Hopefully, we'll probably see how we'll get it on the CPR store. We'll talk to Heru about that. But please, support the brother. We're happy to have him here as part of what we're doing, and we'll see you on the 17th.
Beautiful.
And I think that this is the best song for me to sign off this segment with. It's a song for Lady Paulette and the folks across the pond, and it's Prince Lincoln and the Royal Rasses doing one of my favorite tunes, you know, Humanity, Love the Way It Should Be. Listen to the lyrics. We'll be right back.
Determined that I'm never gonna change my way. Thinking about love the way it should be. You gotta hope in your eyes and you will see about love the way it should be. You gotta make up your mind and you'll advance humanity. Humanity, humanity, humanity. Oh, what happened to the love that they are all talking about? Is nothing but useless words coming from out of their mouths, talking about love the way it should be. We gotta hope in our eyes and we will see about love the way it should be. We gotta make up our minds and we'll advance humanity. Humanity, humanity, humanity. Whoa. Whoa, yes, yeah. What happened to the love that they are all talking about? There's nothing but useless words that are coming from out of their mouth, talking about love the way it should be. Open our eyes and we will see about love the way it should be. We gotta make up our minds and we'll advance humanity. Humanity, humanity, humanity. Whoa. Listen, people, listen. You got the notion. Listen while I'm saying to you. You got the notion. A little bit of justice and peace. You got the notion. Bring a little love for everyone. You got the notion. That you got the notion. You got the
sweet, sweet sounds of Prince Lincoln, a sweet brother. And Paulette says, Lady Paulette, UK says in the chat room, God rest his soul, Ashe. She says, I was, quote, in Black Heroes in the Hall of Fame with Prince Lincoln in the 1980s. Such a blessed brother. And I'm thinking of our brother right now who passed away. Was it this year or last year? Oh my gosh. Help me, Lady P. What's the name of our brother, Black Heroes in the Hall of Fame? Oh my gosh. What's our brother's name? Ooh, I just had a brain freeze. Brother C, help me out. He passed away. Remember, he got sick, went to Jamaica, and then never. What's our brother's name? Ooh, I just had a brain freeze. Anyway, what a show we have had. It'll come back to me. What a show we have had. What a program this evening. Who could have known that it would have taken on this type of format? Please note, I've been talking all evening and I haven't given our business a plug. On the 26th of December during Reggae Calling, we'll be hosting our annual Kwanzaa. You know how we do. We broadcast it. Our Kwanzaa, we want you to bring the family. Jeannie Brown, if you're listening, would love to see you and the family here. And I would love to see my Chi-Chi here. Family, if you're listening, bring the children. Brother Jose, all of you who listen, who are not in the chat room, but I know you're on listening, come on down. We're going to start at 5 this year, Brother Carlisle, 5 until midnight. During this program, we do our Kwanzaa celebration. This year, it's going to be on the first day of Kwanzaa. So it's going to be a very special celebration this year. And that's when we culminate our membership drive. You know that we've been in this membership drive since the summer, since June, and we've been doing well. The membership has been coming in. I want to big up Yvonne Ruby, who has become a member at a bronze level, and so many folks are coming in. We're asking you to do the same. If you like what you see here at Reggae Calling, if you like what happens on a Tuesday night on Social Living with Brother Carlisle and Seba Dimani, if you like what Brother Carlisle does on a Thursday night with Real Talk, and if you like Saturday Sabbath sessions with Selector Rose Breadfruit, and if you like the stream, one of my friends sent me a note that they were listening to the stream. We weren't on as yet, but they were listening to the stream, and it was sweet. If you like the sweet reggae music that's programmed here, that the entire family can listen to, if you like the forums that we bring to you starting in February when we do the State of Reggae event that we do in February for Black History Month and for Reggae History Month, and if you like those forums that are held once a month through June, which is Black Music Month, then please support the work we do at CPR and CPR Live by becoming a member. Membership only $50 a year, but you don't have to join at the $50 level. You can join at whatever level you want. Those of you who come in at higher levels, we have gifts for you, premiums that we just say those are added values. Some of them are books, DVDs, CDs, the like. We thank you. We make it easy for those of you who are out of town to become members of CPR. All you have to do is go online, go to our website, and just click on join us. If you are already a member of CPR and you just want to add something, then just go to donate. Donate now. Am I right, Brother C? And follow through with that, and you're good to go. It is how we do it here. It's working together to make things work and being easy to do business with. Like I said before, we are slowly but surely improving. Thank you so much for that. Sharon Burke says, please do it. It is worth it. Sharon Burke is one of our bronze members. Ann Moore, who is our member services coordinator and so much more, and producer, assistant producer. She will reach out to you and do all the welcoming and all that needs to happen. But, she'll be the one you'll hear from. But we want you to become a member of CPR. We, as a nonprofit, this is how we are able to keep the light on and to keep the programming that we're bringing to you going. It's the only way. We can't do it any other way. So it's important that you support what we're doing. I'm going to bring up a tune right now that really, every time I hear it, I remember being in front of them at, I think it was the Ritz downtown New York many, many years ago. Sister Puma was jumping around on stage, and I remember this song. It just stayed with me because everything they said in the song, you know, when you're young and you're into your reggae music and you're saying, wow, this song is it's so true. Like everything they were saying just spoke to everything that I stood for. I'm not kidding. Like when I heard the song, it just absolutely blew me away, and it has gone on to become one of my all-time favorites. It really is. If you were to look up in the all-time favorites, this song would be up in there. There is no denying that certain songs just hold a certain place in my heart. And this particular track is one of those. I know Mightyful 13 is listening, and he knows that I love this track. Oh, yes. Because what we really want is indeed solidarity. Black Uhuru. On Reggae Calling.
Solidarity. Solidarity. Everybody wants the same thing, don't they? Everybody wants a happy end. They wanna see the game on Saturday. They wanna be somebody's friend. Everybody wanna work for a living. Everybody want their children warm. Everybody wants to be forgiven. They want a shelter from the storm. Look at me, I hate your enemy. We walk on common ground. We don't need to fight each other. What we need, solidarity. Oh, solidarity. Solidarity. Oh yeah, solidarity. Nobody likes to ask for money. Nobody likes to play the clown. Nobody likes to wait in a long line. Nobody likes being pushed around. Everybody wants a family protected. They want to express themselves. Everybody wants to live forever. Look at me, I ain't your enemy. Don't believe everything you hear. This is no time to fight each other. What we need, solidarity. Solidarity. Oh, solidarity. Solidarity. Oh yeah. Solidarity. 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 Hey people. Everybody wants the same thing, don't they? Everybody wants a happy end. They wanna see the game on Saturday. They wanna be somebody's friend. What we need, solidarity. Solidarity. Whoa, solidarity. Lord, solidarity. Oh yes, solidarity. 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 What we need. Solidarity. What we need. Solidarity. 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 solidarity.
One of the greatest feelings you could ever have as an announcer or, you know, someone who presents on radio is when you play a track and, you know, people instantly respond and say tune or, you know, pull up that. Or it's one of the best feelings that you could absolutely have. And so thank you for enjoying as much as I enjoy playing it for you. Kenny P, Sharon Burke, and all of you logged on, still with us. We have 7 minutes to go before the end of this edition of Reggae Calling. And all I can tell you is my heart is just full, because when we come in here on a Saturday, we never know what journey, you know, where this journey is going to take us. We know we set and sail, right? We know that we have some good reggae tunes with us. We know we have some people to chat with in the chat room. And most of the times we have some really solid guests. But we just never know what the flesh is going to look like, right? What the meat of it is going to be. And I got to tell you, it just gets better and better every time. The input from you guys, the guests just giving us all of them. Paulette staying up so late just to chat with us. You know what I'm saying? Heru taking public transportation to get here so that he can be on time to be a part of the program this evening. It just speaks volumes to me. And so it means a lot, and we thank you. I take none of it for granted. There's a track that I want to play that I know that, and I probably, if I can squeeze in 2 tracks from this album, I will. But let's see what I can. Let me get this first one up. And if we get this one done and I can squeeze another one, I will. But, you know, we close out the show each week with a piece of pita. So I have to close out with a piece of pita. But I want to play this tune. And I hope that I'm able to get it. Because I feel that there are certain songs, certain reggae songs, that just tell a story so well. And this is one of those songs. And I've been playing songs like that all night, right? But, Anmore, you're a sweetheart. Anmore said she looked forward to today's show, and she's not disappointed. Thank you. Now, this tune right here. Yeah. This one. Yeah, I know you know. 4 minutes before 9 on a Saturday evening. Let's squeeze this off real quick. Here we go. Steel Pulse. Talking about Babylon the Bandit.
Tricked us right into slavery. Traditional customs, crafts and arts, put away in their museums now. Oh, people don't see the plot. Hey, take all we got. Got to save music, fight to save sweet music now. Got to save black music now.
So you all realize that I selected the wrong tune, but this we playing this too, right? It's the wrong song that I have Babylon the Bandit up, but I'm playing Save Black Music because you see how it goes. Come on, enjoy it.
Paid that price so many times. Come to claiming dues, we're the first in line. Freedom songs echo these plantations. I survive to this present
I had both tracks selected and wasn't sure which one I wanted to play, and then I decided on Babylon the Bandit, but Spirit wanted to hear Say Black Music, and Say Black Music it was. Steel Pulse, and anything from Steel Pulse will always do. But that is from the album Babylon the Bandit, Say Black Music, and it's 9 o'clock, family. And Lady Paulette, you have me laughing. Lady Paulette says, I tell you what, Sharon, I'm getting a reggae education on your show tonight. I got a lot of research to do. Well, thank you. That's a big compliment. Were you guys hearing me? I hope you were hearing me, because you heard me, right? They weren't hearing me? All this time I'm talking, they weren't hearing me? So it's 9 o'clock. I said, Lady Paulette said, I tell you what, Sharon, I'm getting a reggae education here on your show tonight. I got a lot of research to do. And so that is awesome. I'm glad I was able to do that for you, my beloved sister. So, it's that time of the night. Where does the time go? What a show, what a show, what a show. I want to thank all of you for logging on, those of you in the chat room and those of you who are not watching the chat, those of you watching but not in the chat room. Kenny P, to your family watching, big ups to your daughter. Andrea Shaw and your family in Jamaica. Lady Paulette K and your Paulette UK in the UK. Dawn and Jidge, I know. And more. Big up yourself. Sharon Burke. Sydney, A. Klein, Tasia, Pat, P-I-R-G. I am leaving people out. Radio Raheem, Brother C, Rasa Sajefu, Mightyful 13, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. On Tuesday night, we gave you just a taste of what's going to come for Tuesday night. Tuesday night, we know that Heru is going to be back to be a part of a conversation with Sabre Damani and Brother Carlisle and Phil Ben from the Music Research Lab. And that's going to be looking at how black youth should relate to police in America. It's just, I can't even imagine what that conversation is going to be like. I cannot imagine it. I will just be logged on waiting, just waiting my turn. Just waiting. Because I know I'm going to weigh in a lot. So y'all had a good night. I hope you did. Thanks for being here. Pulling up a piece of pita for you. That's how we close out the show each week. If you like what you've experienced here, please become a member of CPR. Support us as a non-profit organization doing this kind of work. We thank you. Walk in love, walk in light. Be good. Be safe until that time when we come back together again and we do it all over again next Saturday. God willing, I will be right here with you. On Tuesday, Brother Carlisle will be here with Sabre Damani, and on Thursday, Brother Carlisle will be here as well. I am lining up a piece of pita for you all, and this is it.
Coming in hot, hot, hot.
Oh yeah.
Firing some shot.
Y'all know how I feel about pizza. This is how we do it each week. Remember that after I'm gone, the stream is live. The music continues, so you don't have to log us off. Keep CPR live.
I just clean up me nozzle. I just load me barrel. And I cock me hammer. Cause I gonna pull me trigger.
Hot. Saying good night.
Firing some shot.
It's been a great ride.
Coming in red hot.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. That's what we gotta do. Just spread the word about CPR and CPR Live. Believe me, we're doing it.
1 minute after dozing, I thought that I was a blazing. My blood, it was the boiling. It was amazing, hot.
Thursday we have the screening, all right? Don't forget.
Firing some shot.
Everything is on our page on CPR, Coalition to Preserve Reggae page. Love to each and every one of you. Walk good. Mwah! Yes, Lady Paulette. Same way. Yes.
Next day it went higher. The whole of me catch a fire.